All right. So first and foremost, good morning. Good morning. You already know who it is. Targeted individual CJBK. So let me get this picture first before I miss it. Right. So that building right there, that's called Confucius Plaza. It's mostly a very heavily Asian populated living, I guess, apartment complex. And a lot of times it's mostly like elderly people, right? So get this, I'm out here working in the rain, whatever. I done put up quite a few posts on my Facebook and YouTube that's got the secret societies very, very, very anxious and up in arms and whatnot. So as I'm like making my delivery to the building, hey, let me get across real quick. Anyway, so as I'm making my delivery, I think they're doing something to my bike because all of a sudden there's so much resistance on the bike, and it never was resistance when I started my first route. I'm on my second one, but all of a sudden now, it's battery operated. So you already know if it's battery operated, they could basically pull energy from the battery and probably, redirect it to me to try to see if they can overload my my energy chakras, which they're doing exactly right now. Along with that, they're also using the energy, the radiation from my phone to direct and concentrate energy towards my my other chakra points. Primarily, it's my pineal gland or midbrain section that feels it's being attacked right now. My heart chakra, my throat chakra is being attacked right now as well. Then, what else? My solar plexus not so much, but the sacral is actually being attacked as well. So, as I'm on my way to the building I gotta deliver to, right? I'm like walking by and they're in like this big spread out group. You don't always need to record everything, but you should have seen it. Those of us who probably live around like a lot of Asians, we probably tend to see them, doing like qigong or tai chi in the morning, trying to get that good energy flow. Oh wait, I think I just missed my stop. But anyway, they're all trying to get get rid of that nasty, toxic energy that's being pumped into all of us every single day that we're alive. We got all this toxic ass radiation and toxic energy pouring into us. So, as I'm about to walk past them, right? I am literally sensing all of the energy fields of each and every single person I'm walking past. Like, it literally feels like, let's say this is a person right here, right? Your energy field probably expands at least about maybe 7 feet away from your body. As they're doing the Tai Chi, and I'm just walking by with my bike, as I'm going by, all of a sudden it felt like I walked through, it was like I had walked through something, and I felt it almost like it was almost like I walked through like it's an energy field. So it's almost like I felt like I walked through like this denseness. But it wasn't like harmful or anything, but it was just like you could tell that's something you don't really want in you. So it was like, because it's like, remember, they do these exercises to try to rid the body of toxic energy and, basically everything that, you really don't want in your body. So as I'm walking through them doing their practices, I feel the energy fields of each and every single person. And I'm looking around and I'm like, all that energy is coming from her. She looks like she's like 90. But I'm telling you, I've never felt like, I think this targeting stuff is making me so much more sensitive to energy fields now. Like, every single person I walk by in the street now, I am literally feeling the energy they're emitting from their body. Even so, I think I could probably almost guess what mood that person is in just by looking in their direction. Like I feel like I can almost sense everything about a person without them speak. I mean, I think I've always had that about me, but I think nowadays it's becoming more and more prevalent. Like I'm becoming more and more sensitive to it. Let me do this delivery real quick. I'll be right back. So yeah, like I was saying, I was walking through like the courtyard and going like through like the big, I guess, Tai Chi circle they had. And I mean, I'm literally feeling like I'm crossing the path of every single person's like energy field. And it amazed me how like much energy I was feeling from each person. And these were all like elderly people. Like I was like, yo, I'm like, either I'm dying for real, or I'm actually about to ascend to something, because I'm like, yo, I am becoming so much more sensitive to all of the energy around me. I'm like, yo, God, please tell me I'm about to learn how to shoot energy blasts like in animes or something. Please tell me, because I'm not one to use guns and knives, but I'm like, tell me if I could, just let me know if all I gotta do is just think of locating where these handlers and stuff are, and all I gotta do is just say, depart from me. Like, I mean, I wish it was that easy. I've been using the depart from me for a while, but I don't know. Like, I'll say this. When I do say depart from me, sometimes I kind of concentrate and focus on like, because I get the V2K, I focus on their voices, and then because it's like, I don't know, I guess in my mind I'm thinking to myself, as my energy is trying to concentrate on their voices, maybe I'm thinking, okay, I can locate them or something. Maybe my spiritual energy can locate them. And then when I say depart, I mean, maybe I can break off some of the connections or something. I don't know. I'm just trying whatever I can. But anyway, yeah, so I just found that to be so interesting. And I've been doing a lot more, well, I don't know, I think last night I've been becoming more and more intrigued by the Uyghur people out in China, and what the Chinese Communist Party has been doing to them for decades, really. You know, it's from based on the information I've been reading. Yo, it's really like some Nuremberg code stuff going on over there. I mean, same as over here, but just we're not in camps there. It's like more like we're being imprisoned in our own homes and in our own skin, and then, you know, they got these let's just call them these beings, because I don't think they're human anymore, since they augmented their body so that they can, you know, be able to see more, I guess, spectrums of light, or hear more spectrums of sound or something. I don't know. I don't think they're necessarily human anymore. Yeah, and I think the more and more they try to not really use a more natural way of well, basically healing and working through their problems, thinking that if they just use everything external to take care of them, I don't know, they think that everything's gonna work out for them. But I don't know, natural always seems like the best way to go about anything, really. So anyway, yeah, so right now, I mean, I'm feeling okay. My phone, I mean, obviously, my phone, they're gonna use the electromagnetic field from my phone to attack me anytime that I'm close to it. Anytime that I'm near my phone, they use the phone against me. If I'm by any electronic device that's giving off and that's emitting an electromagnetic field, they're going to use the energy from that field to direct at me and then basically try to, either overload my energy centers, my chakras, or pull energy from my chakras. So they're either going to try to overload to create sickness or pull energy to create sickness. Either way, they're throwing off the balance of the flow of my energy. Well, all of our energies, really. The only people they don't do it to are the ones who actively assist in the gaslighting, the ones who actively assist in the, the unfair treatment of innocent people. All these people, they think that, all they got to do is do what they're told to do and they'll be able to survive. They won't get messed with, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, you're afraid of man. And God told us not to fear not one man on this planet, not man or woman. Why? Because man cannot kill the spirit. No man or woman on this planet can kill the soul. Only God can destroy energy. So it's like, I get that a lot of people are afraid. They're sick and tired of seeing people dying all around them. But here's the thing. Nobody is granted a long life in this world at all. Not one single person is guaranteed to live past, let's say, 60 or whatever the case may be. It don't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what your political views are. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters at this very moment in the present, are you a decent human being or not? That's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. Are you a decent human being or not? Because, look, when you think about it, when things really get rough and things hit the fan, God's going to be looking to see, okay, were you out there spreading hate and pain and destruction, or were you out there trying to, help bring peace to those who are suffering, or bring some type of like joy to those who need to be uplifted? That's all God really cares about. And then even if you are going through a war right now, even if you are going through pains and everything, can you still take those lumps and still be able to help people at the same time? And I struggle, I'm not gonna lie, like I try to do my best to be helpful and generous, but you also gotta make sure that you take care of yourself too, because there's a lot of people out here that's going to be claiming that they want help, but they're not going to help themselves. So you got to be careful of these energy vampires. You got to be careful of people who basically want somebody to just do everything for them. Be careful of the people that always looking for a handout. Be careful of the people that always want to call you to complain about things. Be careful about the people that, just be careful. Even better, use your discernment. Each and every single one of us was born with spiritual discernment, so then we can know who and what to look out for that may cause harm to us in the future. Now, granted, sometimes somebody may slip through our cracks, right? But in the end, if you're anointed and God favors you, even if that person hurts you, as long as you maintain your peace and you remember, wisdom will teach you, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Because as long as you are doing the right thing and you are a decent human being, you are always going to have what you need. As long as you don't give up on yourself and you don't give up on God, you're always going to have what you need. Now, people tend to stress themselves out because, there's so many things that they want, so they stress themselves out because they can't get the things that they want, and they lose all sight and joy and satisfaction that they actually have everything they need. So they just start to underappreciate the things that they already have, and now they're lowering their vibrations because they don't have things that they want. I honestly kind of realized that last part in my early 20s, almost shortly right after, I came back from college in 2009, hung out for a little bit, been all up in clubs and stuff like that, and wanted to keep up with fashions and technologies and all that stuff. But then I realized, I was like, yo, it seems like there's so much attached to, when you try to focus your energy on acquiring a lot of objects. And then I look up and I see oh, this happened to these people who bought this product, or this person got robbed because he had this, or it's always something attached to having a whole bunch of material things. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, some people would probably say, oh, you got a poor man's mindset. No, I have a very rich man's mindset, but the type of wealth that I have obtained over my short 34 years on this world it's the type of wealth that most people can't even obtain, and they done lived on this planet for 70 years. Why? Because I have slowly begun to realize so many things don't matter in this world. A lot of these things that we're allowing to take, hold in our lives, these are things that were put in place to distract you from everything that is natural, organic, and good for you. I mean, I'm not going to go into the details of what type of things are placed in front of us to distract us, but I'm going to just say this. I don't think I have ever, maybe one time in my entire life, that I ever told myself I'm going to wait on a line at 2 a.m. so I could buy something. I'm not going to lose sleep for that. I'm not. And then on top of that, you probably got people watching you as you on the line. Somebody probably oh, he look like an easy target. Let's wait for him to get that, and then we're going to rob him right after that. And the crazy thing is, I wrote on my Facebook page, I wrote a post on Facebook, and I was mentioning that, I've lived in New York City I lived in New York City basically all my life, right? But for the first 31, I've never really had any problems with anyone, any serious problems. Never had no drama with nobody. Never had no yeah, right, I'm gonna just stick to that. I never had no drama with nobody. I ain't never had no messy situations. Nothing. I have done so well to avoid so many traps that the devil has out here, trapping people into, thinking, oh, you don't have this. You need to do this thing so you can get this. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter. Forget them. That's an easy target right there. Get them. They got more than what you have. Go ahead. I done avoided so many traps. I'm just speaking my truth. I gotta put my truth out there, because I'm like, hell, if I'm gonna die, I might as well just speak my whole truth. I never really am an agitator or an antagonist of any kind, really, because me personally, as an empath, and someone who actually feels like other people's emotions since I was young, I don't like hurting people. So I don't hurt. I don't like. What I meant to say was, I don't like to be hurt, right? So if I don't like to be hurt, I'm not gonna hurt someone. But when someone hurts me, it's like, damn, I didn't even do nothing to you, but you came at me. I'm sitting over here. It's like, it's like this one analogy I had where I was like, yo, all I was trying to do is be a tree. I just happen to grow in this spot. I got my roots in the ground, my leaves coming out. I'm just a tree. I'm all right. I'm just being a tree. Ain't doing nothing to nobody. I'm just being a tree, growing my leaves. Sometimes my leaves come off, and then next thing you know, they drop down to the ground. I noticed this human picking up my leaves. I don't know. But then here come, as I'm trying to be a tree, here comes some being coming over here, cutting on my limbs. I ain't do nothing to him. He over here cutting off my branches. Then you got this other one that's like, oh, he thinks I don't even deserve to be in this spot. Like, I'm blocking his way of life. So now they gonna cut me down. I'm just trying to be a tree. I'm actually helping him more than he even realized. I'm just trying to be a tree. But here they come, cutting me down to my trunk and roots. Trying to cut me out the ground. That's all I realized most TIs were basically trying to be in their life. Most TIs were basically all trying to be a tree. And then now these secret society people, gang stalkers, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, all of a sudden they all want to become, what you call them? Lumberjacks. They all want to become lumberjacks. And then they don't have enough lumberjacks. So they got to recruit or coerce other people into becoming lumberjacks too. So now you got all these people trying to chop down all these trees. Think about it like this. If the secret society and the gang stalkers kill off every single person that's putting out high vibrational energy that is flowing throughout the universe, right? And it comes back and it heals other people. What do you think is going to be left behind? Take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.